I just fuck your bitch. That's some Gucci flip-flops.
Heart throb never, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
Yo. Back at it, a motherfucker.
Oh, look, they know what it is. They know.
They
look,
already fucking
look, you hate when I say we back at it like we never left, but look, this time we really never left because look, just last episode, we look, first of all, the DMs we got for the merchandise that we were wearing, you know, the fits. We was, you know, they say we was split, they say we all drip going on, everything that you want to call it, we was all it, right? So I was trying to figure out.
Look good on y'all.
Yeah.
Duh, on this melanin. You goddamn right.
Wouldn't you believe it? So I said, like I said last episode, we ain't got no choice but to let them know who got us this jiggy. You feel me? So on this episode 9 of Flip, Flops, and Socks, we definitely got a special guest, man. A super special guest.
Add a super on top of
a super, like a Super Saiyan?
Super Saiyan.
We going Super Saiyan on this episode.
Sir. Episode 19.
Episode 19, we going Super Saiyan on this episode. So I'm going to tell you this. We got our man Afrodivinci in the building from the Walking Art brand. Hit the button. We got a button.
I know what that gun is. I don't know what that is, but we letting them go.
He said we need some confetti, Slime. He said we need some confetti.
The ones you give when you was a kid, like the real
the cannon ones that you pop.
Pull straight.
We should have got some of that confetti in the building. But man, look, let me tell you something, man. It's a pleasure to have you here, dog. It is a pleasure.
Appreciate you, man.
Man, look. Man, look.
For some reason, I think my liquor evaporated.
That's what it's called.
I'm right now.
You trying to figure out where your juice went, right?
Where my juice going? Like it just evaporated.
Well, I'll tell you what.
There we go.
I'll tell you what. We got plenty. But before we do that, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how you feeling today?
I'm good, man. First of all, I got a comment on the podcast. Man.
Okay, let's see it.
This shit is fire. Like,
Hey.
Oh shit,
Appreciate it,
as
man.
soon as I
Appreciate
saw
that.
it, I saw the chemistry, like how y'all deliver
Man.
it. It's just good energy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we appreciate that.
Hey, man.
Entertaining, like,
Hey man, we
y'all
appreciate
never
that
did
love,
this
man.
before?
Hey,
No, we ain't never did this before.
Hey, look, we feel like, hey, look, right now I feel like those kids. I be telling him all the time, like, you know, when you teaching the kids something new, they always be cheesing. Even right now, if you learn something new, you're a cheese. Like, damn, I ain't know that shit was that easy. That's how I feel, man. Like, man, I appreciate that love, man. Like, I can't do nothing but cheese, man, because at the end of the day, people rocking with us, man, and all we do is ask for y'all to rock with us, man.
all
And
we
that's
ask,
off the
man.
strength. You feel
And
me?
coming from such a heavy hitter like Afrodivinci, you know what I'm saying? The Walking Art.
19, right?
Episode 19.
19.
Subscribers, like, that's impressive.
Man, appreciate it, bro.
That is fucking impressive, man.
We appreciate that,
Man, we just growing, man.
We so humble. We so humbled by this. Look, you don't even know, man. This is humbling, man. Thank you, man.
You know, do a research.
Nah,
Man, we appreciate. We know you do. We know you do. To get those. Look. So when you sent us the merch, right, and we checked the merch out, it wasn't nobody in the studio that didn't like the merch, dog. Like, we like what you're doing over there, bro, and that's how we can tell you do your research. You figure out what hit and what don't, because fashion is a very fickle thing.
Yeah.
It's very subjective.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very subjective. But in this case,
Here today, going to my type.
he hit all the green lights on this one. But let's get through all the formalities real quick. This is the Flip Flops and Socks podcast, the coziest podcast in the game.
The number one podcast in Chicago.
And I'll tell you what, I'm your boy Paris.
I'm Tashambi.
And look, episode 19, like we said, we got Afrodivinci from the Walking Art brand. And this one, this one's finna get crazy.
Oh yeah,
This one's finna get crazy. So I'm gonna do this. So that we uninterrupted by the crazy, let the craziness rock to the end of the episode. Let's go and pay the bills.
It's only right. Bro.
How about that?
I thought you were gonna try to go around something else before doing that, but it's time to do that.
Sometimes you just gotta get right to it.
Hey, get right to it.
I want no interruptions.
Business first.
Zero interruptions. No commercials. So we got the Quo Group. From storytelling to entertainment, music to philanthropy, the Quo theory of change reflects his overall beliefs and has become a way of life for Kareem Quo Wills. The K stands for Know Your Genius, the W stands for Work to Be Unstoppable, the O stands for Own Your Actions, and the E stands for Explore the World. Whether it's frontlining some of the most upscale events in Chicago or putting in thousands of hours of volunteer work and community service, the Quo Group is an essential part of Chicago's entertainment scene. He's a motivator.
He's innovative.
See. It's one day's gonna come. He's an entrepreneur, and one day's gonna come. Well, I'm gonna get you on that one. So we got this thing. I always think he's gonna forget to say, you know, he's a motivator. No, because the thing is, we'll never forget what the work this guy.
I ain't gonna lie, like you can't.
Hey, you kind of remind me, the work you, bro, the amount of care you have for the black community, Slime, really reminds me of kind of like the spirit of the Crow Group too. So go to KWOEgroup.com and see how they can change your life. Now. Oh yeah. Oh, what? I get you in tune. Don't even worry, I get you in tune. I'll get you in tune.
On top of that, while you're getting in tune, make sure you check out flipflopsocks.com where you can get all your merchandise. That's from raincoats, lighters, and these comfy flip-flops. And we still doing 10%. That's flop 10.
Always.
So check out that website. That's flipflopsocks.com.
Now look. So let me say this. I found out some interesting news from so when you talking to the heavy hitters, you learn the inside tracks of the game, right? You be talking to a heavy hitter here. So this is what I learned. I'm gonna tell you what I learned from the inside tracks. Hey, y'all remember those Life of Pablo shirts?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Kanye West.
Those orange and burgundy.
Now look, this didn't come from Afrodivinci. This didn't come from him. But when you're around the heavy hitters and you just, you have certain things.
And you know people
that know people. You feel me?
Know people.
And then the word on the street, you feel me? Is that motherfuckers was printing up gildings.
Hey, I need to find out if you got a Pablo shirt. Is it a gilded tag on there? I need to know. Can y'all please send to Flip Flop Stocks.
If you got a,
to the podcast. Please send to the podcast.
The tour version. That was tour.
Entrepreneur too. Nigga, like shit.
Bro, hey, Nike ain't fucking with a nigga. Gilding gonna give a nigga a deal.
Gilding gonna give a nigga a deal.
Kanye West is trying to get a gilding deal.
How much were those shirts?
Bro, them shirts was up. It was like $70, $80, $60. Bro, for the long sleeves, them bitches was like $80, boy. Come on, bro.
And it was a gilded.
And that's when the fake Future came out too. Okay, bro, in the London. That's when that shit hit. The designer. That's up, bro.
Yes,
that was
like 2016. Yes.
So shit went crazy. That's when that Kirk Frank, on that ultra like, that's my brothers and sisters.
And he was a whole way behind that Pablo scene, bro.
Behind that Life of Pablo. And look, Chris, he's about waves. Chris Brown, wave down, bro. He had the whole look.
I went to the premiere. They did like
look at Gold Talk. Look at Gold Talk.
Got in the movie theaters, right? Like you can get a ticket, go to the movie theater and shit.
Right.
Like you have to go at 12 or whatever. I think I left.
It was a specific time.
Yeah, because it was streamed live across the world.
Of course, for some yay shit.
So I went to AMC. It was like 12 o'clock. I think I left work.
You was in the
Was
city.
it a lot of people there?
Yeah. Well, like they did it everywhere. AMC.
Crazy.
So it was in Madison Square Garden, and that was just a vibe. Like I've never seen so.
When they had set up all those screens.
No.
Which one was that?
So this was the listening album release party at Madison Square Garden. And
you know what I'm talking about?
What
was that? What album was that?
The Life of Pablo and fucking his clothing brand, the Yeezy Season. So. Young Thug was modeling.
Was that with Cardi when all it was modeling? Playboy Cardi. Yeah. That was 16.
West. Yeah, that was like some super cultural shit. So shout out to that.
We're not gonna shout out to that, but we're not gonna overlook that Goat Talk. We're not gonna overlook that Goat Talk because you gave us that Goat Talk. I was at the, I went to the premiere. I seen Ye himself.
I'm still interested in those who had that shirt. Can y'all please DM us and let us know?
DM us and let us know if Kanye West was trying to get a gilding deal.
Like that's crazy. Like
if Kanye West was trying to get a gilding deal, so
I would have been upset. But anyway,
that's another thing I'm curious about. Slime, where did Afrodivinci derive from?
So, truthfully, my style as a creator is Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay.
Leonardo da Vinci is more of an inventor, scientist, and he uses art, architecture, math, science, and kind of combines them in all these different ways. Like the Mona Lisa painting. It has like math into it, and that's why it's such a famous painting or whatever. It's not just a painting of like a still white woman. It's a lot.
It's actually something behind it.
Yeah, it's a lot of like.
It's a lot of mathematical
angles and shit like that in there, and that's what makes it so great.
I never knew that.
The smile.
I never knew that.
From a certain angle, it could look like she's like You know what I'm saying?
This
Changes.
way versus that. Yeah. No.
So that was pretty.
Like those paintings where the eyes follow you around the room, kind of.
You know what they put up and they say, how old were you when you found out certain things? I was today years old.
Today years old.
I found out
that there were mathematicians behind the people who painted. Come on, Slime.
Yeah,
The Mona
the golden ratio is somehow embedded into that picture. It's crazy.
Who has the original copy of that?
Like who?
It's in the Louvre.
Of course you know
Paris.
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
Look at Skrilla know too. Look at Skrilla. It is in the museum, my friend. It is a museum, my friend. Look at Skrilla. Just look at him. Look big Skrilla. Hey, so also Lord. Hey, look. I was just gonna say. So also. Afrodivinci being the king,
dropping
the black king.
Now I'm saying, thinking about it, he been dropping like 4 gems on us, literally within like the first 10 minutes of him being here. No
and
cap.
then he says he has come, and y'all know Skrilla. For y'all, everybody knows Skrilla.
Everybody.
He has now dubbed Skrilla, Sir Skrilla. My lord. So Skrilla, you have to go get a squire now. Squire, fetch my horses, squire. Boy. You feel me? You gotta get armor and all that. So
you have to get a horse.
I guess wrap that up, right? So Leonardo da Vinci's approach to art, creativity, and just thinking, I felt something, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to incorporate that. But I'm a black man, so I didn't want to just name myself after some white man.
That's a fact.
Without throwing the black in there. So, without throwing the black in there.
Now that's
so
fair.
Afro stands for like the essence of beginning. You know what I mean? That's where we come from. So
the beginning.
The beginning, then you got the Da Vinci. Then I flipped it because I think Leonardo da Vinci spells his D-A-V-I-N-C-I. I spell mine with the I. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you a creative all the way around.
Too much.
You a creative all the way around.
Bite him too hard.
I didn't want to bite him too much.
Might not be that crunchy.
So
That's where it comes from.
what is so that's where Afro. So what is it? You said you're a so what does Afro Da Vinci represent? Who does Afro Da Vinci represent? What is the Walking Art brand? We need to the DMs we got about these shirts. We need to know.
Yeah, let's get into it. So Afro Da Vinci is just my personal art.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I didn't want to be whatever my real name is, whatever it is. I didn't want to go by Ariel. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my art name. But I am someone who is interested in creating in various mediums.
Okay.
You know,
Stepping outside the box is something that you used to doing.
Well, but I just like to create whatever. I started in music.
Okay.
Now we get that.
Now we get to
learning.
the bottom of it.
Okay, because it's an essence to. If you guys see these shirts and you guys see his other work and see, you can tell it's an essence that combines a lot of things. It's an essence to that combines a lot. So now we're talking mathematics. Now we're talking music. Now we're getting to this part.
It's the heartbeat.
Because we love music up here at Flip House House Podcast. As y'all know from last episode, head, bread. You feel me? Hey, look, he said he been hooked ever since.
I've been
Shouts
playing
out
since I heard it on the show.
Shouts out to Ron Dollar. You feel me? Oh yeah. Hey, look, we gonna make sure we put everybody on now. So it was something about it that was like, yo. There's more to it than just him just throwing it. It's not one of those shirts you just printed on. It's like his angles, everything he did. So music. You started off with music.
Yeah. So it's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna get the Walking Art brand.
No, do your thing. You got all the time in the world.
This is the reason why we have you on the show, man.
They want to know.
We want the world to know about you, and they want to know.
For sure.
We at grandma's house, bro.
She want to know who you is. You know we at grandma's house.
She want to know who you is.
She ain't here right now, so we got guests. She ain't here, baby.
She at the boat.
She doing smoking weed.
She at the boat. She at the casino right now.
Smoking a reefer.
Smoking the reefer. Hey, you used to call it reefer. That reefer. Yeah, but go ahead.
So I started. Okay, I'm gonna start at high school, right? I went to Jones College Prep. You know what?
We had a banging party there.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay.
Our high school threw a party there.
And
Whoa.
look. But carry on.
Yes.
Okay.
So you got us. See, now you got us. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But now you got us on where we got to do flip flops and socks right now. We got to be us. Hey, you said you went to Jones, so you're trying to be neutral. We know that was kind of downtown. Now I'm just trying to figure this out. Are you from the South Side or the West Side? Do we want to know? Is it 290 shit in the building, or is it the West Side? Is some South Side shit? What's going on? We want to know. We love you either way, but we got to know.
I'm from the South Side, bro.
Okay. Shouts out to the South Side.
We live at 290.
Look at me.
To my boy Skrilla.
Skrilla, I gotta take a shot.
Skrilla is the West Side.
Hey, look.
He is the West Side.
Skrilla embodies the West Side. Hey,
West
real
Side.
quick. My bad. Before you get back to that, some West Side shit, just so y'all can know. Hey, somebody put a status up looking for a vacant lot urgently, I should say. And Skrilla commented, shit, just go out west. That whole motherfucker a vacant lot.
Which is a fact. I mean, it's where we from, but it's a fact.
Hey, no, look, you know what's funny, though? You know what's funny? That's not true. That's not true. Don't you laugh at that. Don't you laugh at that shit. All you Southsiders out there laughing. Fuck y'all. Now, back to you, Mr. Jones College rep.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you want to get that if you're from Chicago. It's pretty funny, though. But go ahead.
Yeah, man, I grew up Bronzeville, moved to South Shore when I was in high school. So those are the two communities that I claim. So going to school downtown, first of all, is a unique experience, right?
I'm already knowing.
Especially when you're traveling on the bus and you have to go through all these different neighborhoods. But being a kid, essentially going to school downtown, you're seeing a lot of things that a normal teenager is not
From the hood wouldn't
exposed
see.
to.
That's
Right.
a fact.
Yeah.
So I was exposed to a lot, especially going to Jones, right? The way the school was set up, one half is a fine arts building, there's a bridge, and then the other half is like the academics building.
Right.
So I discovered myself and kind of came into, discovery or whatever in that fine arts building. And it was a very free environment. Like, I was in the band. I think I got in the band my sophomore year. And it was such a free environment. Like, you got people practicing with instruments over here. You got dancers and shit preparing for a recital or something like that.
It's just an artistic vibe.
Man, creativity flowing.
Yeah.
Drawing paintings and shit on the floor, all in the same space. So I got into music through band, and my band director, he was, this is probably a requirement for band directors to know how to play every instrument in the band.
Right.
But
I did not know that.
and I'm sure.
I was about to say.
Low key, it probably gotta be, but motherfuckers be sneaking about like, well, I don't know how to play the clarinet.
Because I sure was like, bro, I did not know you had to know how to play.
I mean, if you're gonna be a band director,
I mean,
you should really know how to.
I just thought you had to be the one that
be
kind of
familiar with every.
facts. Okay.
Because
Because I'm like, damn,
motherfucking
gotta know what your
or at least know how to read music. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
That's like, because I'm
That's
like,
fair.
damn, play every.
Motherfuckers sneaking by. Oh, I don't know how to play the triangle.
You're
So let me tell you about this nigga.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
This guy.
Frank Menzies, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
For calling you that. Okay, so let's redact that. Let's redact it. Okay, now his name is what?
This man, he played every instrument in the band. I had never seen something like that.
And what was his
I saw
name?
One man. Like, we'll be rehearsing and, playing the music and everything. And he would hear an off sound, stop everybody, say, you, second row, third flute, you out of tune. You know what I'm saying?
His ear.
His ear was
I'm
wild.
out of tune. And he'd be like, play. All of y'all play C. And then it'll be that person, and it should be off. And be like, I told your ass. And I'm like,
Wait.
this nigga
What you say his name?
is
What did you say his name was?
Frank Menzies.
Frank Menzies.
Yes.
You have the ear.
He probably literally like have like earplugs when he go like, say if you pass a train or something like that. Like when I went to school for music, it was people that literally put
It was
earplugs
so sick
in.
because their ears was that delicate,
That
sensitive.
delicate and that sensitive, bro. Like I'm not gonna throw my ears off, bro.
So you saying you was the guy that was playing that he called out? That's how you met him. That's how you met him.
Matter of fact, that wasn't me.
That wasn't me that you mentioned.
I wasn't that guy, but I was amazed at the fact that one person could do all of this. So this sparked in me the idea of being like multifaceted in different mediums. Like that was just cold to me. So from band, right, my boy put me on making beats. So I started, producing. And, we started going hard. We was in high school, but we was going hard. We was meeting with a lot of rappers, making a lot of songs to the point where we was skipping class just to work on music. Like,
You was heavy.
Yo,
Yeah,
he was in the
heavy,
game.
like-
At this point, you in the game.
like the school had a studio in the school. You know
Of course, Jones. Of course, Of course, your school
The
had.
fact they had two buildings.
Of course, they had the school and the studio at the school.
Or had two buildings, and we had an underground.
We did, but none of it possessed the studio.
That was guitar gym. Yeah. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. It was the gym.
Those was very small. Don't get it twisted now. It was like 400.
Coming from somebody who's
Right. It was small.
It was
the size of your average country club. It was just the size of your standard country club. No more, no less.
your standard.
No more, no less.
Double A college.
Double A.
Double A college.
They definitely had the resources. So we skip class. We'd be in the studio making motherfucking mixtapes and all type of shit. But interesting thing from that, our relationships from school.
Wait, you skipped? Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. You said you skipped school and was in the studio. In the school. So you skipped school in school.
Yeah.
He blessed.
Yeah.
He blessed the house.
You know what? Carry on.
It was a different environment.
It was. I skipped school. No, I was still there. I was still there. No, I didn't leave.
No, I didn't leave.
I wasn't there. I go to Jones.
Imagine being on the clock at work and you working on some option. You working on your own.
True. You doing your own
clock.
thing.
You feel me? So that's how it was.
Okay.
You like Future and Drake in the Life is Good video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like shit.
So carry on.
We shoot a video, so I don't got
Okay, so y'all skipping school, y'all making tracks.
These connections that we're making with the rappers and the singers from school led us to, people doing their thing in the street. Because, rap.
Yeah.
So I started selling my beats to like drug dealers and shit like that. And they giving me money for my beats. And this is my first.
That's when the turn up started.
Of entrepreneurship. I didn't realize until years later that that's what that was. But it just felt good receiving money for something that
you like to do. For one, first off,
that's fun. Like, I'm just doing this because it's dope.
Oh, tell me about it.
And the nigga gave me some money. I was walking around with shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Fleesky.
Like in high school. So that was my first brush at entrepreneurship. So that set the seed for
what was
to come. So, we was jugging in college. I was on the music and stuff like that, but I got introduced to film in college. So I got into film.
Okay, so now we in college.
What college?
Okay, wait, hold on. You moving? Hey, Afro Divinci, come on, man. Yeah. We look. Let us stay with you. We know your life was a whirlwind.
We're trying to stay up
we gotta keep up, baby. We're just average guys here at the flip flops.
Well, average ears.
We're average ears. We don't have Frank Menzies. What's his name? Frank Menzies ears. We don't. Sorry.
You're out of tune.
Wrong.
So you sold your beats and you're now on your way to college.
Yeah.
So what college did you end up going to, if you don't mind sharing?
NIU College, Northern Illinois University.
Okay, Northern Illinois University.
Down there with the Husky Bucks.
Down there with them Husky Bucks. They don't got small guys. Where this boy Skrilla? Look, hey, Shambi. Usually we outnumber Skrilla, SIU to NIU, 2-1.
It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
We can play a game.
We can play that. We're gonna run a half court real quick.
Salukis versus the Huskies.
Was definitely lit. But got out there, was working music, but I got introduced to. So I had a communications major, right?
Right.
Okay.
Most people, did y'all have comms majors?
Yeah.
So most people
I know
assume that comms is about talking.
Exactly.
Straight off the platform. They're just like, okay,
it's communications, right?
Talk like I'm even sure.
Yeah, I took one class about oral communication. It has nothing to do with talking.
With talking at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Comms is not
it's
talking.
It's literally about communicating messages, ideas. So, boom, this sparked something in my mind. Specifically the media. And then I'm finding out about the media is how we receive our information, and they're telling us what to believe in, what not to believe in.
Right.
And through journalism or the process of, it's really opinions, right?
True.
Through that, fake news.
Yep. I was just about to say that.
People can determine your world. So it's important for responsible people to be in the media. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that put the spark in my mind that I wanted to be in the media industry.
Wait. That was an interesting take. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Uh-huh.
That was an interesting take. You said responsible people in the media.
Yeah.
So you got in this as a crusader for truth.
Well, yeah.
A crusader for the right thing. Because, bro, fake news, it started with tabloids. You mean out in the tabloids?
Yeah.
They can literally like.
Princess died, right?
Like, oh my God, like the great Tom Cruise is an alien. Like, it's like, why y'all let them print this?
And
Like,
it's so crazy. People was literally buying that. Like in the 90s.
The Inquirer.
That was fire.
Bro.
I don't think they still make them now, but
no,
in the
I think they
90s.
still do. It's kind of like that. A little bit.
Insider.
Yeah.
Shit, pregnant with an alien baby, with a bad half baby. Like,
You
Bro,
know,
it's like-
if he was a man in black. People knew it was fake, right?
So, hey, that Skrilla said you only used it if you was in Men in Black. So, y'all remember in the movie Men in Black that all that bullshit that was in tabloids, Men in Black was like, no, this actually is true because there was, of course, an alien movie.
Right?
And that's what it is. So, if you
that was real to them.
And also, Skrilla's still on that kick from last episode where we made sure we Men in Black to all women so we could. Do you know how that big talk about how we'll owe you 168 and we'll owe you 169 is going on? Now,
You just brought it up. They probably lost.
is that what?
They probably lost. What are you talking about? 60? Oh, they got Flash.
Flash
They
him again. Flash him again. You should have brought your shades. Flash him again.
I definitely would look like Men in Black because there was like some black shades.
Oh man,
Shit, my bad.
Now you all good. You all good. You in there?
Where the hell are you going with that? Media. I was talking about media.
We talk about being a crusader for it. What that
Yeah,
means, Shabby?
I mean-
Look at Shabby looking at what that means, Shabby. I dropped it. I'm sorry. It's the end though.
Media
Let me
is
slide.
a tool for expressing ideas.
Okay.
So then, just add all of this shit add up. So just,
No, we with you. We
take
with
the
you.
tabs.
Yeah, take us there.
Boom. I get introduced to film. I get introduced to TV and advertising. Because that's what they introduce you to in college. You don't master it, but they introduce you.
You get the
to-
introductory courses.
Yeah, very much so.
Short
But
films and stuff.
yeah,
And
you know what
such.
I'm saying?
Hey.
Right.
Yo, he got a dope short film out. Y'all go check him out, Afrodivinci, on YouTube. But go ahead.
Yes, yeah, it's on Instagram.
I mean on Instagram. I'm sorry.
So that was like dope, like me seeing all these different forms of communication, right? 'Cause
Even
that's
through the
what it's
introductory
about. It's
courses.
about expressing ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took to film, took to photography. I did some grad courses, and film classes taught me how to look at films, like, you know what I'm saying?
From a whole different light.
A whole different lens.
I already know.
I like movies and stuff. but
In
you
front of the
start
camera.
learning
Oh,
how-
behind. Okay, so in front of. Behind the camera.
He's
So I'm
the
like,
thespian.
okay.
Skrilla is the
Skrilla is the thespian.
yes.
Now look.
They learn
Now look.
something new
Now
every day.
look. Okay, wait. Skrilla has worn many hats.
Yes.
Skrilla's a videographer. Skrilla's a model. Look, now they really want to know Skrilla. Like, what the fuck does Skrilla look like? Put the camera on. You better put the camera on Skrilla right now. And this is the angle. And look at me. The camera on me. Y'all thought it was going to be Skrilla. Now look, here goes the angle. Here's the angle. Oh, the camera on him. Oh. Okay, for real. We're going to show y'all Skrilla. 3, 2, 1.
Put your hand out.
It's like, you're never going to see Skrilla.
We'll put it
How
on
you
the
will. You
other
will.
side. Like, well, I am a black man.
Hey, Skrilla, put your hand in front of the camera.
Put your hand in front of the camera. Look.
That's Skrilla.
Black
That is
skin.
Skrilla. That's Skrilla. And that's all you're going to get. Skrilla's a model. Skrilla is...
It's a hand model.
Oh, Skrilla's a model. Now we found... Look, Skrilla's many things. I don't even want to get into... Now, look, Skrilla got a life. Look. Whew, y'all don't even want to know. Many hats. But now we've learned Skrilla was also a thespian. He said he works behind the
He
camera.
starred in my first film.
Wait,
Yeah.
Skrilla, you got to film out Skrilla.
Which I still have.
I didn't know this.
Wait.
I was 8 years old when I found this out.
Wait.
Like
He's dropping bombs.
He been,
What was that? 2010 maybe? I don't know.
oh, you make it classic.
Slide. He got classics. Hold on.
He got 10-year-old
I'm
movies
gonna
out
ask you this. Skrilla. I'm gonna ask you this. Who did you play? Because I know you played Bill Bellamy.
I know for a fact you played.
I know it is. I know it's you, Bill. And you're not gonna fool us going about another name, Afro, Divinci. No, I'm just joking. But Skrilla, I wanna see that film, and I swear I hate you for not sharing it. So we're gonna go to this.
Talk to the director.
But I love you with all my heart. So we're gonna go with this. You learned a lot about film, and that's why I was wondering. I said, in front of the camera, was you like on the side? Were you like, well, that's how they actually? No, you on the side of the cam where the creatives live.
Right.
Talk to me.
So, studying directors, Spike Lee and Stanley Kubrick, who's my favorite director, and seeing how these guys thought and how they communicated through film. It's not you just put the camera on something.
Right. You gotta actually understand what you're putting the camera on.
Yeah, the intense detail that went into how to communicate a message. It spoke to me. For example, right, Spike Lee movies. All his characters are like super over the top. You know, you know a Spike Lee.
You know a Spike Lee film.
You know what I'm saying?
And those angles,
it's very. It's a term they call auteur, right?
Auteur. So we have two Frenchmen.
But an auteur.
An auteur. We have two Frenchmen in the building now. Skrilla is clearly a Frenchman.
You
He was from
directors,
France.
But then you have auteurs, you know.
Okay.
Spike Lee would definitely be auteur. Quentin Tarantino.
What does auteur mean, if you don't mind me asking? Or like, if you could like.
It's basically like someone who's a director, but they have like a stylistic way. Of directing.
Oh, okay. So you know.
They're an auteur.
It's not the old school.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have an essence to their game that's like you just not basic. You really
They
do
know
this.
that's you if they
You
saw
do
it.
this.
Yeah.
Woo! Hey man, look, we learn something new every day on behalf of the Flip Five Stars podcast, and if you don't, you're lacking. Now go.
So
This guy.
film, TV, advertising,
You get through all of that.
media.
You learning about all of this.
I created an organization at NIU that encompassed creatives and gave a community for artists, creatives that were students to be able to come express themselves and be able to, you know, like do shows, get feedback, build an artist community.
Facts.
Because that was missing.
That's number one. That's number one.
It was missing. It was like completely missing. And I came from a place where we saw that all the time. So, boom, we're out of school, right?
I'm glad to keep it. Thank you. Put it down. We're out of school.
We're
Keep
out
us
of
in the
school.
game. He finna go. Now I'm at the Kanye West premiere. And
I noticed that it was a Gilda shirt.
I completely forgot the Kanye part. Kanye was a huge influence on.
Now, okay, so this still in college. You met Kanye. Y'all working together?
I didn't.
Okay, Jesus, yo, your word of life.
Kanye was a huge influence as a creator, but the more I began to like look at what he was doing and like look at his interviews and stuff like that, I began to realize that it was more than just the music or whatever he was creating.
He's a creative person in general. Like he surpassed music a long time ago.
And he understood what he wanted to do from the beginning. So he was the stimulant for me to know, like, yo, it's more than whatever form that I'm using at the time.
Right.
I'm a creative. I have ideas to express, and it's things that I want to add to society. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Kanye's out. Got back out here and really developed an intense appreciation for art.
This is after you got out of
I'm
college.
noticing.
This is when I got back to the city.
I was just gonna say. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm noticing that. I can kind of feel that this is where this was going because you're now multifaceted in a lot of areas. You know, you learned about media, you learned about communication, you learned about art, you learned about, you know what I'm saying, certain things. Yeah. And when you said Kanye West, and then you talked about Stanley, is it Kubrick or Kubrick?
Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick, okay.
Yeah.
And then Spike Lee, and I'm noticing that you when you pick certain people, the way you talk about them is like you really relate to them.
Yeah.
Like you really, like, you know what I'm saying? So even when you brought up Kanye, he's like, I forgot about Kanye. And then he just went to this place of like, yo, even when he was outside of music, the way he was speaking, and then it's kind of just now catching up with him, how ahead of like the things he wanted, it was like kind of driving him crazy. He could, as a creative, they got to drive you crazy sometimes probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, my bad.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because it just came to my head. I relate to those people because we're visionaries. Visionaries see what is not, what can't be seen yet.
That's a fact.
That's
So
exactly
people
what a
always
visionary
think
is.
that you're crazy or doubt you or don't really understand what the hell it is you're doing. You remember when 808s and Heartbreaks first came out?
Oh, we have to. Skrilla already there. Skrilla's already there.
It was trash. People said all these things, but I remember being inspired as a creative. I went right to the boards and started making beats. I said, oh, you don't have to make trap beats? Like,
Cause when we was in high school,
yo,
and those played in my iPod, that shit was
yo,
yeah, right.
Those the fact that it was called 808, you understood what 808s and heartbreaks meant, bro.
Bro. A lot of niggas didn't know what 808 didn't know what an 808 was. Didn't even know what 808 meant.
You felt it before you knew it, bro. What it was, bro.
Bro, wait. Did you catch what he said though? He said he heard that and said, this is what he heard. He said he heard, oh, you don't have to make trap beats.
Right.
Let's just take a quick second to acknowledge that gem, and also let's reminisce what came before Ye's backpack college dropout type of era.
Right.
It's hard to even think back what the fuck was
Jeezy. No, it's not hard. Jeezy, Gucci, T.I., 50.
Yeah.
Bro,
trap.
it was all trap, hood, nigga, gangster, like hardcore, and trust me, I loved it all.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, yo,
it came from a person who was
as
wearing
a
a
young black
tuxedo.
bro, a tuxedo with a shag in the back of his shit, with some glasses that was like window blinds. Come on, man, you couldn't even see.
Right.
Everybody who ever wore those glasses, a pair of those glasses, I know you couldn't see shit.
I couldn't see shit because I had it. I thought I was cool, and I even I'm so petty. I literally tried to make mine white because it had started fading. I used shoe polish.
He put shoe polish. On his 808 and heartbreak shade.
Just so I can keep them.
Not at all. Come on.
Just so I can keep it
Afro
white.
Divinci. Talk to somebody and say it again. Talk to somebody and say it again. Oh, that's petty.
But that is creative.
Hey.
Because I used to do shit like that.
When you trying to be raw,
If you were never petty, go
Y'all
ahead.
remember the AF1s? Like,
Of course, that was
had
one.
Different colors, bro. I was buying like little fake Gucci, cutting it out, stitching them in my ones.
If you let me tell you
coloring
something.
my ones.
That
like,
wait.
On that.
That's how Dapper Dan started, but we'll get to that now.
Right.
I'm gonna say this, bro. He's a true creative. But you are fucking hilarious. Because I swear to you, bro, if you was a shorty and you didn't do some petty shit when it came to fashion at least once in your life, you didn't live. Because when him, first of all, he did this. The reason I'm laughing at this so hard is because he did this on a pair of glasses that you couldn't even see out of. Like
you
they were
only
useless.
use the glass to take pictures for your MySpace.
The glasses.
So this is MySpace was popping. You feel me? This like bro.
Soldier Boy's
This is like no cap. This is like
Hey, he said Soldier Boy, another pair of shades you couldn't see out of. He wrote it white.
He had bro. He look literally though. He changed the fucking game though.
No,
he changed the game, bro. Niggas was literally writing their fucking name, bro. If they didn't have a pen, they had the fucking the whiteout normal. You know what I'm saying? White or whatever, man.
Scroll in the back doing the crank there right now. Time out.
Soldier Boy is a legend.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So in order to be a
legend.
legend, so I'm gonna just be so you can get back to all of your inspirational things and what got you to where you are.
And we gotta circle back on something. Go ahead.
Okay, please don't forget we gotta circle back on. Lock in your mind right now.
I got it. Okay.
So, I'm sorry, I had to take my headphones off. Oh my God, that got so funny, man. So JB was doing Skrilla was doing a fucking crank that behind the camera. Now, let me say this. So you're saying this. You said they was legendary. So you said that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just making sure. So you're legendary already, but you're going for that true legendary status. So I'm gonna ask you this. Will Walking Art Brand be coming out with a pair of shades that you can't see out of? Because if that's what it takes to be, hey,
come back around, just fuck around and not
he might just be on to something, bro. You might just be on to something. Those were two the shade sunglasses with the blind sunglasses. Fucking Kanye West 808 and Heartbreaks sunglasses. You couldn't see shit. Soulja Boy actually took white out and wrote or whatever on his shades. He said, "No, I got ball. You can see out of these shades, but now you can't because now I wrote Soulja Boy Tell
I want to know what made him even do some shit like that.
Because again,
because when he rich by that time,
you ain't got ain't Ye rich?
I don't think he was rich this time.
Ain't Ye rich? Right by this time? But look at the shit. Look at the shit he come up with and the shit he do. And everybody, it's like back then, being a creative kind of truly was like.
So boom.
There you go. Get it.
That brings me to the point.
Y'all,
the setup was crazy. Steve Nash, this kid.
Fucking stupid.
This is the one you locked in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
The arts is really the platform for culture. I remember when 2004, 2006 era. I was in high school, but I went to school downtown. So the kids from Columbia were around. The kids from Roosevelt University were around. And it was all dressed like late registration and college dropout. They all had the polos, the niggas, the teddy bears, the blazers, the grown and sexy vibes, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all know. I know what you're saying.
The little button downs.
Button up.
No, the bitches be button ups. Now they're button down. Now it's a nice button down shirt now. Back then, it was a button up.
I had a 3X like button.
Bro, I went out of my way to get my button ups.
No.
Like mine used to be like funky, like stripes and shit. And it's like, bro, we dressing like grown men, though. We real life dressing the part, like.
No, bro, hold on.
It was
Hold on.
With the thickest. With the thickest
when I
cuffs
tell you,
and collars. Oh my God.
He said, Afrodivinci said he had a 3X.
3X.
Now, this man, it's just sizing you up. You look like about a 1X, maybe.
But
that's not large. You're looking through today's eyes. He's looking through today's eyes.
So imagine you in a 3X smaller than this. I'm talking about you're in a 3X line. Now this is
now think about it.
Now look. Go ahead, Shaka.
Think about it. When you was that size, thinking about that 3X size.
Okay.
That was little to you. You feel me? You felt like damn, a 2X was like.
Oh yeah, it was too tight.
It was too tight.
It was too tight.
Like that's too tight.
Bro. Do you remember wearing? Do you remember? We lost it. We was out of our goddamn mind. Do you guys remember wearing the long sleeve shirt under your short sleeve polo?
Yes.
Do y'all? I just want to know if y'all remember that.
So hey nigga, do you remember wearing double polos, nigga?
Do you remember
what? Different cut. Different.
Wait, Skrilla. Y'all just see Skrilla face. He said, "What?" Shami just asked me. Do you remember wearing double polos? He asked both of us, but he was talking to you.
I could have been talking to Skrilla
because Skrilla said,
"Do you remember double polos?"
Does he? Okay, so Skrilla.
Different colors. I'm trying.
Skrilla, tell me.
And y'all see Skrilla face and I said different colors here. Nigga,
Skrilla,
I was the nigga.
No, he's not.
Colors.
Skrilla is not
Gucci
talking
made
about
colors.
Bright blue.
Skrilla is not talking about himself. I'm going to tell you that right now. Skrilla is talking about a time period in life. Well, which period? You want to talk about the colors first, or what you want to talk about, Skrilla?
I want to talk about the double polo.
He wants to talk.
That was the thing. Why was that a thing? We were wearing
big ass sleeves.
Okay, wait.
And put a blazer on top of the double polo.
Now I'm gonna pass this phone around.
She was dripping.
Wait, I'm gonna say this. We gonna do double polos after this, but I have to stop. This is what I've been looking for the whole time. I'm so sorry. When we said polos, when Kanye came out with the late registration vibe, all that, and the polos was busting, and I said, do you remember how you put the long sleeve under the polo?
You might have to screenshot this.
Oh my god.
Save.
I'm gonna put it on.
Oh my god.
Slime.
Bro, you had the polo,
bro. Look at who didn't have the polo in that
I
picture.
ain't gonna.
Who didn't have a polo?
We was dressing so nice and thuggish at the same time. Y'all didn't even appreciate us. You feel me?
Let me see. Let me screenshot this before.
So like, remember like when Jay-Z came out with Change Clothes?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
come
was
on.
like
Now I'm just wait real quick. I'm gonna put this image on the screen at the time that we talked about this, so y'all know that the polo. I'm gonna show y'all a picture we was looking at. It's
Niggas had a fitted cap.
Skrilla, it's this.
A 3X polo.
It's that polo.
3X button up.
Skrilla know that polo. So I'm gonna show y'all, and the polos in this picture was so big. Now I just want to say
a
1
3X button up.
Slime. Come on, man. How?
So I said that to say.
But no, I said this to say this.
Oh yeah.
I said that to say this. You talk about double polos. You talking about? Hey, the photo's on the screen right now. The photo's on the screen, so I know you're laughing. He can't take his eyes off of it. He cannot take his eyes off of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the double. Shady, you know the photo. It's me and
this
Mr.
came from that era.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
The influence was nuts.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I had to interrupt his whole.
The influence was nuts.
Okay.
I'm going to college parties because I had a fake ID. I'm
You living
seeing
the life.
college kids dressed like the Kanye videos. I'm seeing the influence it had on Greeks. Remember that? Step. Remember that?
And Kanye was the wave, but he's real
heck,
cultural.
that boy is wrong.
It was such a huge wave. You feel me?
That's
like
crazy.
cultural influence.
Mm-hmm.
So where was I? I was back to. All right.
Got done.
Back out here
In the world.
Back out here in the real world, right? And I started going to these like art shows. I won't say I just started going. I think I just was invited to an event at an art gallery. And I'm like, man, I like the vibe of this space. I like the people that come here.
You're starting to appreciate it.
I'm starting to appreciate the energy of the space. So I started going to different events. I'm like, yo, I'm really vibing with this whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is an art scene. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the energy. Then I started to get into appreciating the actual pieces and really start to appreciate art, because the cool thing about art is it provides a ground to talk about this subject.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when Eric Garner first was killed, and there was an exhibit at this gallery. It's called Gallery Bouchard, and the artist had a life-size blow-up like doll of Eric Garner.
Wow.
You know, getting choked out. So
Damn.
all the pieces related to it, but then you coming in and you seeing that, and it just took you back to this emotional place of connecting.
Without even saying nothing.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
And that was like powerful to me. The power of art to be able to make someone feel something and be able to connect to it in a different way that they couldn't from just talking, right?
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, I was like, yo.
Because some people don't have the words sometimes. Some people
Yeah.
can't connect with just the words, the verbiage of it. Sometimes when you create these creative visuals that connect with people, it's like, yo, it just fits so perfectly.
Because
It makes you understand. Like, to see it, I didn't see that. I'm going to Google that. You said the name was what?
I'll find it.
But
It
but
was an exhibit.
it was okay. I'm just making sure. Okay, I'm just making sure it was like some type of. Yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
And I was like, man, this is really powerful.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of artwork could be powerful. It just depends on how you look at it and what's your standpoint and how you feeling at that time. Because, like you said, you learn to appreciate the atmosphere. We all on the same wavelength without even saying nothing. It's loud in this fucking room without even saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because we all appreciating something. When it come to art, like, bro,
Yo, and this guy be dropping the. Yo, I gotta say this. Okay, I'm sorry. You said you was talking about the Eric Garner thing.
Right. So.
You saw this exhibit and you did all these things.
Yeah, that
things like that.
These things were happening, and it was giving me a higher development of art, of the scene, and what it could be. So
Look what it could be. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
well, it ain't right now, but it could.
It could be with me.
The art scene is whitewashed. That's their industry. You
That's
know,
a fact.
like when you really get into the politics of art, especially fine art.
I was gonna say, you talking about like fine? Because I know a lot of. Okay, so
Right, we're not just talking about
your basic.
We're talking about the industry.
The actual industry,
the
when you talking those millions and auctions and such.
Right.
Because when I be looking at some of the stuff, none of the faces are really black, and that kind of gets to me.
Right.
Like they'd rather go abroad and find artists. Okay, but go on my bad. I don't want to get all. You feel me?
You right on tag.
Okay, I'll just make sure you want to go there because off camera. Hey man, look, the jewels. This guy, Slime. He's so cultured, man, and I appreciate it. So, and I appreciate having these conversations with you. So go ahead.
So, in the art,
It's whitewashed right now.
It's very whitewashed. It's very pretentious, and it's too powerful of a scene for us to not be included into it. Now, I'm not gonna say it's not black artists because a lot of people are gonna watch this and be like, "Well, what do you mean?" Of course there are a lot of black artists.
It's not a community where it's a black. It's not a community where black people appreciate. That time that people put into stuff, but we all fast, bro.
And before
we're not
sorry.
Stars of that scene. We're not owners in that scene. We're not controlling the narrative.
We don't have the correct stock and power.
Yeah, because the thing is, when we get to these museums and these higher institutions, in order to really see yourself, it's always in some type of reference to poverty, slavery, race, you know, all of these kind of, you know, the low end of the black experience.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo!
That's something to break down.
Yo!
This is like the key to getting that respect. It's kind of like in the music industry, you know what I'm saying? The Grammys. That's the stage for
Shelby,
like, you know,
come on, dog.
I'm listening, bro.
That's the stage for like,
come on, dog.
If you want respect as an artist.
And we all aspire to have one of those,
right?
Because the system made it. That's so we want one, yeah. And then we break these records and do the. I'm sorry, it's your journey. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but you're 100% right, bro. That's the Grammys, the art world. The Grammys is the art.
Well, I'm saying specifically, right? If you're talking about
this nigga, this is wild.
The institutions. You know, what's the name of the big auction, right? I'm drawing a blank. Could you look that up for me?
Go ahead, come on.
What's it called? The big auction, the big art auction.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that's where you selling for the millions. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what Banksy got that.
Right.
Yeah.
When he did that actual picture that when somebody bought it, it literally shredded right after that.
Yep.
Right after that.
Yep.
That's the auction you're talking about.
Whatever the Banksy auction was, Skrilla finna look up the Banksy auction, and we'll get that in a minute.
When they dropped that,
we gonna put it in the description.
Whatever it was, it was over something million.
Yeah.
He cut the picture up.
Wait.
And that's what made the art so much better.
And let me.
Yeah. That was a statement. It was a statement.
It was a statement. And before
the statement was.
Go ahead. Come on, give it to him.
Banksy, his whole philosophy is like, I don't agree with this, but he's like saying art can be appreciated, and it's not. It shouldn't be as about the commercialization of it.
Okay.
So he would do a lot of graffiti and just paint on the sides of buildings. But people would take these buildings out and sell them at auction.
That's crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Take a whole wall out of unit.
Take a whole wall out,
bro,
and sell that at an auction.
And before I just want to put this out in there. Before, see, I don't know if y'all listen, but I am. I know that he is. But before you guys make it a thing about, oh, he's just this, he's just that. No, first of all, one of his influences was Stanley Kubrick, and he's not white. He's not black. He's not black. So he appreciates all art. And he's just saying that it's time now that a lot of the art that's appreciated by people, which is made by black people and people of color and all of these things, it's time we just get our just dues for the actual work that we are putting in. And we actually need in on a scene that's so not only lucrative, but influential in culture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we need
we can all benefit from.
We can all benefit like
from the money point. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
we need it on everything. We're in a time period where we're really understanding how black talent has always been, capitalized on. But we are never the owners. We're never owning our own story.
Never the stockholder.
What's so crazy? It's so many black people going into stock right now, though. That's what's so trippy. The fact that he's saying that, what I'm saying, a lot of young black people learning about stock, bro. This shit is changing, bro. And people don't even understand it's right happening. Bro, I don't even know, bro. Yeah, we got the negative that comes with the positive, but it's a lot of positive shit going on.
Bro, look at Afrodivinci. This positivity that you're sharing. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so.
Yo, the shift is coming.
The bigger point is like we're at this beautiful time and space where we are waking up to realize like, okay, we need to stand in front of everything. Because like I was saying in the art community, they take advantage of, slavery and racism and poverty is almost like, pornographic addiction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To like, because they'll have all these deep ass shows, and you show up and there's only white people at the shows. You know what I'm saying? It's like poverty and American and black underdevelopment has become America's like
entertainment. Yep, exactly. Yo, the struggle of the plight of the black people or the people of color has become America's pastime, and now that's the narrative we're trying to change. We're not trying to do all those slave movies. We're not trying that's
You don't want to
entertainment.
be that person that, sorry to cut you off, you want to be that person,
ahead,
oh, he got rich because he did this, or
Yo.
he got rich because of his or Instagram or something. It's just like, yo, that's...
Yo,
Why put
he
me in that
said
boat?
something that I have to just repeat real quick. The plight of colored people, people of color, black people, brown people, has become America's pastime.
Yeah, you can see that now. All these
Yo.
people protesting because they're on Instagram.
Oh yeah, because it's good for they
yeah, it's like
they fan base.
The
we
views.
weren't getting killed before COVID. Like
They got the time now.
all this shit definitely was still happening.
They got the time now. They got the time to be in the streets and be like, oh, let me get the selfie. Like, you remember that? You saw that video of that lady?
Black death is porn.
Black death is porn.
That's
And you
We're
can't,
addicted to
Shami,
it,
I'm
you
gonna
know
use,
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna use
Like-
Shami words. You can't fuck them up like that, Slime. You can't shake them up. You can't shake up the word like that.
They keep
We're
showing
addicted
it.
to it.
How is it okay to even show people dying on
Bro,
social
and
media?
you know what's so crazy? That shit is
Repeated
normal.
it over and
That is
over and
normalized,
over and over.
bro. That is
You know,
normalized.
it's a part of that. It's a part of the algorithm to look at your brother or your sister dying.
Because, and it was so crazy, you kind of expecting it.
Like he said,
When
it's-
you watch
bro,
these videos,
bro, he said, and you know what's gonna happen. And
that's
he
just
said,
like watching porn.
it's part of the Hold on, we're gonna get back to that real quick. He's saying he said it's part of your algorithm. You know, for people who don't know, and it's not any offense to anybody, but the algorithm is like the way your timeline is set up, like the things you see when you scroll. It's part of your it's like a natural part of your day to see these videos, and
Right.
which leads me to what you like to you piggybacking off what he said, which is it literally is like porn, bro.
Yeah.
Afrodivinci guy, you are profound, guy.
Like,
Black death is porn,
you
yo.
can't get on that one without seeing it.
And you're going to tune in anyway because you're really trying to see what's going on, just so you can see if you're going to fake rally with it, or, you know what I'm saying, try to be a part of the movement, which is all fake anyway, because you really, if you're going to do something about it, you're going to really do something about it. That's not just watching the film and commenting. You feel what I'm saying? So you going to it. That's like somebody watching porn. You going to it to get that nut off. Like, I'm already knowing what I'm going for. You feel me?
What
Like,
I'm going to see.
You're addicted.
So why though?
You're addicted to the pain. And
So you
the
addicted to
thing
the
is,
pain.
What we see becomes our program. So we cannot keep indulging in this because it just perpetuates it over and over and over. We need to see black strength.
Okay, so does that mean no more reposting videos of black people getting killed?
No, we don't need to keep doing that.
So right now, Flip Flop Stocks Podcast. We already here, don't do that. But we issuing a challenge. We're issuing a challenge. Afrodivinci has got us to issue a challenge at Flip Flop Stocks Podcast. Don't repost anymore.
And don't just not repost, right? Any bad habit, you have to replace it with a good habit. So
Okay. Talk to him.
Let's repost positive things.
From
I
black,
have
positive
this
black
idea
people.
that I'll share with y'all. You know, I haven't gotten a chance to do
You sure you want to?
I'll share it. Somebody do it first. That's great. It's called Good News. Because we watch the news and it's nothing but negative.
and that's the whole point, is to keep you scared. Keep you in the house.
Right.
Keep you from
Good
doing
news.
What if there was a platform
Good
that
news.
only presented good news?
Yo,
It'd be so crazy because you would probably shake the world, because let's get the interview from the people that actually was saying something and not cutting them out. Because when you do interviews with news, you can sit here and say a whole bunch of good shit. They want you say that one negative thing so they can get that one little negative thing to show on the TV.
So you saying an interview with essentially somebody gets killed and the black person in the black neighborhood, and the black person says, "Yo, it's never usually like that over here. Everything's peaceful. Everybody knows each other. Everything's good. I don't know what happened here. I really don't know what happened. I guess it was just a bad day in this neighborhood. I don't know what happened."
We wouldn't deal with it.
And they would cut it to, I guess it's just a bad day in this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like
gotcha.
Like you feel like we'll be on the news talking about that good shit.
Right.
No, they gonna
Yo,
do
that last little thing, like I guess the neighborhood just ain't what it used to be. That's what I'm gonna say at the end. How you gonna just they said all this good shit like, black
That's what they do.
death
So
is
this brings me
porn.
back to my media conversation, because all of this stuff relates. Like, it's all data I've been collecting through experience that informs purpose. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're changing that. So he's speaking. I appreciate the platform. You know
Man, we appreciate you, man.
Get the info, get the information out.
Man,
But good news, yeah. Somebody
Good
want to
news.
do it.
No, you no,
That's
we
a
no,
billion-dollar idea.
no. Flip Flops and Socks presents.
That's a $1 billion
Good news.
idea.
Hey, you want to what up, man? You want to talk about this after?
Yeah, shit.
Slime,
Good news.
Skrilla. It's on you. This on the books. So we gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
Hey, don't. Hey, y'all know Afro. You know how somebody like, yeah, we gonna Afrodivinci is gonna. Kanye West is gonna call him tomorrow. I know this. What's he saying?
He's Bill Bellamy. He's Bill Bellamy.
First of all, he's Bill Bellamy. First of all, so he already got
Kanye
plugged.
number.
So Kanye West is gonna call Afrodivinci, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, you want to do the good news?" And I'm gonna sing some Yeezys, you know, all that other shit. Look, of course, he has Bill Bellamy's number.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, of course, Bill Bellamy. I'm Of course, Bill Bellamy has Kanye's number. Look, hey, it's just a Bill Bellamy type of guy. No BS. Of course, he has Kanye's number, and he's gonna get in touch with Kanye, and he's gonna tell Kanye about good news. No, I'm just kidding. If I know anything about Afrodivinci, he keeps his word. So, anyway, speaking of Kanye, can I just switch gears for a second? Speaking of Kanye, you said you went to this Kanye show and I had the premiere, but I know for a fact you have a premiere coming up.
Yes.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Cause we were invited, and goddamn it, we gonna be there. So you better have a premiere coming up. We already ready.
So let's just bump up, right? So we can get to the premiere. I didn't even get to talk about Walking Ironman, but let me just.
Your
say-
story is crazy, bro. It's captivating, bro. We gonna make sure you get that. Let's do it.
Okay, so all these experiences are just all leading me to women. I mean, just like any other person, right?
Facts.
So clothes, right? I started walking art brand as I saw people on Instagram putting slogans on shirts and making money. So I was like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, right?
It
Of course.
started out as just really like a hustle, you know what I'm saying? A side business type
Exactly.
idea just to make money. And it started out from the title of a book that I wrote called Art for Evolution.
Wait. You wrote a book.
I guess you would call it like a manifesto. It wasn't a full-size book.
Well, excuse me.
It's not a book.
Look, Skrilla say you talking about I'm French and I'm fancy. He wrote a manifesto. Everybody just repeat that one more time. Manifesto.
It's on Amazon still.
Okay.
Kindle. Art for Evolution.
He got it on Kindle.
Get that royalty.
He was in the game over. He's fancy, Slime.
2016?
Skrilla say he wrote a manifesto.
2015. So
He wrote a manifesto 5 years ago.
I think this-
he wrote a
I think-
manifesto,
I think
and
this
we
like-
just found out what manifesto was.
I don't lie to you because you're gonna literally have to tell me what the fuck a manifesto is.
Hold on, let me tell you something. I know what a manifesto. A manifesto is this, right? Why you laugh? Skrilla laughing. Skrilla's like, cause he know I'm gonna go there.
technically it's not a book.
It's not a. Hey, look.
It's a passionate expression of ideas. Like it's not.
Skrilla be on the camera like a
A
fan.
300 page book. Like,
Yo.
it's not that.
Yo.
It's literally God messaging through me this
A
message
manifesto.
that I had to get out about art for evolution.
So it's not a novella.
No.
Skrilla
What's a novella?
Hey, it's like a novel.
I'm really over here like the bunny in the trunk. Everybody's like, ka. And I'm right here like,
Skrilla's dumb.
manifesto.
Skrilla said, look, Skrilla, I'm glad you like that one, Skrilla, because it's not a novella. It's a manifesto. Shambi, we were talking about all this. I'm
Have you
telling
seen
you.
Jerry Maguire? Okay.
Look at Shambi. I didn't see Jerry Maguire.
I'll be
Skrilla.
watching it tonight.
Look,
Yes.
Shambi, show me the money.
That's one part I know. And I know Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it. I know that. But I didn't
before
watch
he was
it.
leaving, he wrote a manifesto.
He did.
He passed it out to the whole office.
And he passed it out. I'm so mad because I'm not cultured right now.
if you
This is
haven't
how it
seen-
feels if you're not cultured.
If you haven't seen Jerry Maguire,
Outside.
go after this. Go watch Jerry Maguire. It's funny. He did write a manifesto. He wrote a manifesto.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay.
When you're not cultured.
That was a good one. Now, you go. Oh, man. Skrilla, you gotta hit that.
I'm uncultured butter.
It's called Art for it was called Art for Evolution. Basically, the concept behind it is really talking about how art can be a tool for the evolution of mind, because you can't, like I was saying earlier, you can only reach people by so much talking, right? Art inspires people to actually change, because I'm about to get a little technical, right?
No, I agree.
The art speaks to the right brain. The right brain is, a center for subconscious programming, you know what I'm saying? So it's through the arts that we can connect with someone and influence them for change, for the better. Our community has been ravished by the hip hop culture, which I love.
Yo.
But I mean, if we're being real, a lot of violence and negative culture is perpetuated through hip hop.
True.
If all the rappers just decided that they was gonna just boss up and rap about, like just bossed up shit, right? The entire culture would change.
Yep, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
But we talking this like 31, 32 years in though. You feel what I'm saying? Because we talking from 80.
From back.
Yeah.
86, 87,
Yeah,
when it really first. No. We're not talking about just hip-hop.
No, I know what you mean. I'm saying you saying when they really, go ahead.
Where it really got like fuck the police and it went from there type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
when
like,
it was a real stance taken in that
facts.
shit. Real meaning in
that's
that
like
shit.
he said. If we didn't have to deal with that, what would hip hop be?
Yeah.
Yo, this is like, yo.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we grew up. I know I grew up.
Right.
I came home to watch 106 in Park.
That's a fact.
We watched BET from 2:30 p.m.
Yo.
I think like 4:30 or some shit. I think it was like 2 hours.
Longer than that.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
like, after all those events, after all those shows went off, nigga, movies came on. All type of like,
Uncut.
nigga, before BET and Cut, Comic View came on.
Yeah, it was like 5:30, quarter to 6.
Bro, it was low
It was dinner time.
and then Comic View started coming on, and then Uncut, and all like, with the movie was like 7 to 9. Then Comic View was like 9 to like 11 or some shit, and then 11 to whatever was like some random shit.
Probably was like 2.5 hours, 3
Bro,
hours.
like 2 hours, bro, some shit like that.
Even after 106 in Park, they had all these different shows.
Different
It was Rap City.
That was before 106 Park.
106 in
He
Park.
said Al hits from the streets.
Bro, he got hit
Bro.
by, that's how they ended the actual shit.
No. See this world.
What's up, this C-Top, baby? I'm going crazy. Okay, don't tell me I listen to my music.
Hey, you know why I remember that? Because look, the other day, look, we was talking about something similar to this, and I think Cedar's word came up, but Cedar's word did come up. He said, Afrodivinci said, Cedar's world is exactly what the modern day thought looks like. But Cedar's world, Cedar had more morals.
She did.
Bro,
she did.
Cedar wasn't taking no shit.
She used to turn up on niggas. You not finna do this.
You not gonna trip me? Because I need like now it's just like, bitch, I need some Henny and a Plan B. Fuck
That's
them up.
it.
That's all I need. Fuck them up.
Well, I don't cook. I don't clean.
Okay, look.
Right.
Now, look. So,
Right.
that's
I'm sorry,
profound. Cedar's word is the modern day thought with more morals. That's crazy. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Because I've been trying to ask this the whole episode, and it's just been catching my eye. How did Walking Art brand come about, and where the hell... Look, I want this one. This is one I want. I want this one. Why we ain't get this? You know what I'm saying?
I like the yellow. The yellow is fire.
Because he sees what it is. It's colorism is what it is. We got the light, we got the brown, we got the darker brown, and then we got Skrilla, whatever color that y'all want to imagine that he is. So, the color of Skrilla. Now,
Oh my God.
he sent us, the merch that's like, yeah, that's going to pop on camera. This is the merch, and this, that, what. Look, this shirt right here, like, tell me how
It's speaking to me more than, I'm sorry, but it's speaking to me more than the yellow. Because I love the black. Black on black.
Now, hey, look, and can't nobody be mad at you for loving the black. So I'm gonna say this.
Word.
It's unspoken. It's Skrilla did it too. So unspoken. I'm gonna say this. How did Walking Art brand come about after all in the midst of all these things that you learned along your journey?
Yeah, so my bad. I didn't mean to go into that.
No, we love it.
Before we start the show,
No, that's true.
Do that.
That's true.
Now,
That's true. We love it though. We love it.
So it started because Art for Evolution, I'm like, hey, I could market my book by using the title of, my book on these shirts. but do it stylistically. You know what I'm saying? So it was Art for Evolution. But Art for Evolution, it looked dope, but it just didn't roll off the tongue as well. So
Okay.
I need something that's a little bit more commercially viable. Something that people can get right away. Something that'll speak to the average person.
The average, yeah.
So walking art.
Us, the average Joes.
Well, we ain't average Joes.
I mean, you would think that. No,
You know what I'm saying?
we want. Can we live like average Joes? Come on, man. You ain't gotta put all our business out. Okay?
We ain't got it.
We ain't got nothing going on here, baby.
We not rich, baby.
We got nothing,
It's just like,
baby.
Sean John, when you hear that, like, that shit sounds like. You
Back
like,
then, that name held weight.
So you needed something that Sean John definitely had weight, and it rolled off the tongue. So you needed something that rolled off the tongue. Is what you're
I
saying?
need something that rolled off the tongue, something that had some commercial viability, right?
I can dig it.
No, I can't.
I was in the art community, so I wanted to make walking art into that brand that is representing this community. Just like FUBU represented the hip hop community, Fat Farm represented the hip hop community. I wanted to make a clothing brand that people could wear to an art gallery or to a museum. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's actually representing them at the end of the fucking day. Like,
Yo.
I am walking on. Like,
Shabby, we be on the same way,
I
man.
dig
Like, so that's how.
Yeah.
So that whole episode,
We the art.
we was walking art.
We the
Yeah,
art.
like, we are the art.
I thought that, but I didn't want to seem like I was being too deep, bro.
But I mean, if you think about it, it's like God created you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you have the ability to walk and you got free will. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you are God's creation. And then the other thing about art is art, like masterpieces and original pieces and stuff, they can't be recreated. You know what I'm saying? That's you.
One of a kind.
True.
One of a kind. You can't be recreated. So you are.
That's the art in itself.
And then
God's expression.
And then what's so crazy about art, what looks good to you might not look good to somebody else, but at the end of the day, your art to someone.
Whoa.
Someone looks at you at like an art piece. It might not be the same eyes.
You're right. You're right.
We all are art.
So that's where walk art came from.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't get around this. Where's your premiere? When is your premiere? Hey, Chubby, I'm thinking he's taking the invites back now. Because he don't want to get to this premiere. You feel me?
Okay.
We see the walk art.
I'm trying to speed it up.
No, you ain't even got to speed it up. Just let us know. At least you can go back, but just let us know when the premiere is, because the people want to know. They've been waiting. Like, he better tell us.
The premiere is coming.
He had to get to the Divinci right there. He had to get to the Afro.
From doing this, right, creating clothes, right?
Okay.
I didn't go to school for fashion or anything, but I was always somebody that was, just a fly guy.
Self-made.
And the guy who I get my stuff manufactured through, he told me always make something that you would want to wear. Rule number one. You know what I'm saying?
True
my
words.
style is minimalist. You know what I'm saying? These monochromatic schemes and stuff like that. That's my, you know what I mean? Feng shui.
Hey, this nigga fly, man.
I
Can we just get that out there? Look at him.
Express that.
Look at these pants.
To the brand.
Look at his pants, Skrilla. Skrilla, look at his pants.
He did write a manifesto.
Hey, those are the pants of a man who wrote a manifesto. I've never written a manifesto.
I've never had that much
You should probably write
Skrilla say he's never even possessed that much passion.
You should probably write one of that.
I could dig it.
In order to buy those pants, I have to go with.
Yeah.
This nigga fly, man.
Boom.
Monochromatic tones
doing
and all of
this,
this.
just mind you, to make some money. Well, about 2 years in, I started to enjoy expressing this aspect of style and making clothes. And I started becoming more interested in that aspect of like, well, no, this is a thriving industry.
That's
like,
a fact.
A nigga has to wear clothes.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we're going to be naked?
Right.
And you want to be fly, too.
From just experience of doing this, I began to learn how to design clothes in general, not just thinking about t-shirts. So I'm like, well, maybe this could be bigger than what I thought.
Trying to be basically all hands on deck with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I look at Chanel, Gucci, Louis, and I'm like, well, they have a similar approach to fashion. I understand this language, so I changed the look around, changed the aesthetics, and I started to mimic kind of what they were doing.
Top brands that you really
like the people that I like, instead of just being a thing, like like the style of this is luxury. You know what I'm saying?
Comfort.
Oh, as they know, chic. Because we got to that last episode. Come on, dog. There's something that's chic. We talking. Come on now, luxury now.
You don't double question that.
Don't question that.
Don't question that.
You don't question that.
But yeah, like all this has been self-funded. You know, I don't have like a backing or a big company or anything like that. But we will get to the point where, you know, we're really producing luxury garments. We're producing shoes, fragrances. I'm really excited about that.
Okay. Jumping in that field with
really,
dealing with them fragrances.
I feel really getting to that like Versace level of just lifestyle. When you think of Versace, you think of a whole lifestyle.
That's just like Ralph Lauren. Like they got the pillowcases, they got the towels, they got the silverware.
I get what you're saying, and y'all, and also. I get exactly what you're saying, and if a man like Dapper Dan got his fair shot, then we would be talking about the Dapper Dan. You feel me? That all on your bed sheets, all on your pillowcases. So we're gonna say that, and I do agree with exactly what y'all saying. You're saying like it's on its way to that level of, and the only way brands like this get to that level, or even fathom getting to that level, like you said, you already on your way there. The only way you reach this high point, especially when you self-funded, is if you come with the quality.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's number one.
Self-taught. I didn't go to fashion school or anything, but I have the willingness to move forward with these ideas that I want to do. Because I don't know about how to, you know, create a whole fashion house. But what I do know is that I've developed a skill for this, and I have a language for the brand.
Okay.
And
That's
I
crazy.
want to get to a point where I'm, you know, because a lot of designers have set a really nice
tone
for us, seeing what Virgil did, seeing what Kanye did,
Yep.
seeing what Jerry Lorenzo did with Fear of God.
Yep. Flipping the whole shoe. Yep.
You know, pretty much these people started out doing their own thing, but these big companies, they started to see that it's more helpful to work with the young creatives that got it. You know what I'm saying?
So
is that give our old brand a bigger shine?
Exactly. So who did you work with? So let me ask you this: who did you work with to get this show you got going on?
To get this show?
To get the show that you don't want to tell us about.
Man.
You don't want to tell. Bro, you see how you doing that shot?
I'm wrapping it up.
You see how you did that shot? He don't want to give us the tickets, Sly.
He said he want to break it down first.
Okay. He don't want to give us the tickets, man. He gonna renege on these tickets.
So, so that's Walking Art. It's a clothing brand, but it's gonna be apparel. It's gonna be all these things. I'm looking for funding. So if you are a big company, you got connections with manufacturing, let's work.
Exactly.
You will definitely benefit from, you know, getting on board. This is definitely like the next wave of fashion.
Okay.
So that's Walking Art. That's done, right?
Okay.
What y'all alluding to?
Yeah, because you're elusive. We're getting to the goddamn point. We want our tickets, mother. No, you trying to deny our ticket shop. We're gonna get to the door. They're gonna tell us she can't get in here. You don't know Afrodivinci. I'm gonna post this episode and I'm gonna say this is him.
Out of here.
They're gonna say that's CGI. He didn't come here.
That's Bill Bellamy.
That's Bill Bellamy. That's you gonna show me Bill Bellamy and try to tell me this Afrodivinci. Get out of my face. That's the bouncer's gonna say.
Yeah.
So you tell me what we've been alluding to. You try to get elusive.
Like I told you, I realized, you know, I've been creating in all these different mediums. I have been doing photography for a few years, developing my style, developing my aesthetic. I was taking photos of everyday things like street photography, everyday life, but I'm more of an artist. I want to make a statement. I want to like create something that represents an idea. You don't see that much through photography. You see still images of what exists, but I want to represent an idea through my photography. So I'll get actors and, you know, I come up with a concept and things like that. So I've developed my aesthetic to the point where it's like, hey, I'm ready to present, you know, this to the world. And, you know, I'm doing my first art exhibition. I changed the name from art exhibition to art experience because that's
okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what it's.
That's
gonna
fine.
be.
Okay.
It's an experience moment. That's fine.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna be. But it's my first exhibition, and I've done shows with other artists. Like, you know, I used to
You
do
collab,
shows.
a lot of
I did
collaborations.
a lot of collaborations. We used to do the show called Art Money. Shout out to Ace the Painter.
Yo, he went to SIU.
Yeah.
That's my man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my man. Ace the
Shout out
Painter,
to
you my
Ace the
man,
Painter,
guy.
Yeah.
You talking about, can I say your name?
Yeah,
Ashton?
yeah.
Ashton. I don't want to be I know, you know. That's my man. Like, out in the art world, it's different. It's like, now I just want to take a note that every episode, his singing coach, Shambi's vocal coach, Shambi's vocal, yo, his vocal coach is turning
If I had a tie right now.
Okay, so you did some shows with some top, because he's a heavy hitter too. Shout out to Ace, man.
Yeah, did a show.
Bro, support him, follow
we
him.
did some shows. We had this. It was his idea, right? It's
Okay.
called Art Money, and the idea is to actually promote the idea of people paying for artwork. People undervalue art. They like to come look at it for free, or you know, they kind of, you know what I mean?
That's me.
You gotta pay to even
That's
enter.
me, that's me, that's
Go
me.
to Ross and buy, you know, these prints at Ross because it's cheap and it's convenient, but it's like, well, no, y'all should have original art in your house. There's people, you know, there's artists around.
It's definitely a lot.
Because you want, the thing about when you buy those pieces at Ross is that you actually want art. So he's saying, why not get real art?
Yeah.
And then when you collab with heavy hitters like him, and y'all come up, so you saying at the show we can get the real art?
Yeah, so
Hey, is that what you're saying?
It's, you know, original work from real artists, not just something printed out a million times.
So this is, so you started here, you said, you got, okay, I'm sorry, I want to get to, I'm going to back it up to where he started with because we finally here. The show, you changed it from an art exhibition to an art experience. Now, at this art experience, will we be able to purchase some of your art?
No, before I get to that, we didn't even mention the title or what the show is.
Talk to me.
So, the title of the show is Hey Rue Wears Versace.
Hey, Rude. Where's Versace?
Hey Rue wears Versace.
So, it's meant to be like, what the fuck? What is he talking about?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause that's what I thought.
That's what you thought.
That's why we repeated it.
But you've seen Devil Wears Prada, right?
True.
The new one, the update one?
No, it's,
The old one,
it's
right? The original.
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
We're combining an aspect. So Hey Rue is one of the comedic gods, right? Or comedic deities. But really it's just a principle itself. This is African thinking, right? So this is the time period of Egypt, ancient Egypt. And that's what this show is about. So I took Hey Rue specifically.
So you're not saying hey rude. What is
Hey Rue. Hey Rue, H-E-R-E.
Okay.
Oh, Hey Rue.
Okay. Because I'm like, I thought you said hey rude.
I thought he said Hey Ruth.
Hey Rue.
You said Ruth, I said rude. Okay.
But he
you can
checked
think of
us
it
both.
like, you can think of it like hero.
No, but oh shit,
You
damn,
think
you
of it like
can.
hero because
That's
that's
true.
what the principle of Hey Rue represents.
Right.
So these are gods, right? Like we are more familiar with the Greek gods. We know Zeus, we know Hercules.
The white guy.
We know all those stories.
Yeah.
The
We
white
don't
guy.
know Hey Rue. We don't know Set. We don't know Tahuti. We don't know Anubis.
Okay.
These are the mythologies which the Greek stuff is based upon. You know what I'm saying? And most films are based upon the same way this mythology is structured. Star Wars, Black Panther, they follow the same structure line.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
R.I.P.
That's a
Chadwick
fact.
Boseman, man. Can we die? Yeah, but R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. I thought it was important that we bring back the Egyptian mythology from our ancestors and go back to that time period. Because why is that not so
something appreciated?
So widely appreciated.
Like Greek.
You know what I'm saying? Like most people, again, they don't even know who Heru is. I haven't heard of that.
Me.
Exactly, but it's you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why we got you here, baby.
That's the whole point.
So you got that part of it, that aspect.
We've seen the little white angel babies.
I know about those.
The pictures of
Shambi know about those.
Jesus Christ looked, and when we go to the art museum,
Lay me down to the whole thing. It'd be a whole.
Yeah, you know, like when we go to these art museums, we see those images presented to us, and we think that's like the beginnings of art. But Egypt is way more ancient than that time period.
Way more ancient.
You know what I'm saying? They were
Egypt came first.
Art. They were like civilizers of civilization. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a good, unique way.
The civilizers of civilization. I mean, we invented writing, mathematics, astronomy.
So in this show this is why you put the name there.
Right. There we go.
Hey, he be fucking the look.
Then we got where's Versace? Versace is just a dope thing that we love. It's a cultural icon.
As a culture, yeah, as a culture.
You know what I'm saying? So
whatever your feelings are about it, you know that it's a cultural.
Exactly.
It has an imprint on our culture.
Versace, come on.
Yes, come on. It's a pillar. It's a pillar for some reason, and whatever reason.
I could have named
F.O.Sachi.
Exactly.
There you go. Exactly. Could have said F.O.Sachi.
Louis or whatever.
But we know the one. We know the one.
Versace.
Okay, so Heru, where's Versace?
Heru is Versace. We're bringing us back or introducing some ideas from Egypt, from ancient Egypt. But ultimately, the show is about the black people here in America. We came from 400 years of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
We had our identity basically erased and brainwashed out of us, and we are lost Africans here in America. And we have no ties to our cultural identity, to our ways of life, to our spiritual systems, any of that. But so that causes a majority of the problems that you see in the black community, because we're acting like savages. Why? Because we come from savage culture. If we don't know our history and we think we just started out as slaves.
This is Jules. Go ahead.
You know
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
saying?
Me and Skrilla we got this thing, this eye contact.
If
it's
we
like, yo, this is real.
As slaves, and then coming out of slavery and not having any education on how to build anything, because before there was integration, it was segregation. You know what I'm saying? So we just out here trying to figure shit out, right?
Fact.
But the thing is, our real culture, identity, ways of life has been hidden. If you go into these temples and if you go into Egypt, you see a lot of the statues, their noses are cut off.
Wait, don't give it. No.
Oh.
Don't give it all to them, because they gotta learn that in the show. They gotta learn that in the show. You can't get that to them.
Okay.
So what we want you to give to us is the show. When it is, Shambi, I'm out now. I'm fully convinced. He don't want us to know what the show is. He don't want y'all to know what the show is. He wants to keep the show to himself and Kanye West and all of Kanye West's contacts. We want in. Let us in. Where's the show? When's the show, my man?
Okay. So
if you don't say a place in the date, I'm gonna dive over this because I want my ticket now.
I want everybody to know about this show. It's gonna be the best show of the year.
Okay.
It's gonna be the best art experience of the year.
Okay.
It's gonna be one of the first art experiences of the year. But
Okay.
I'm happy to be kicking off art season. The fall is like big for art.
Okay.
So to be one of the first, kicking off the season, that's pretty dope. Everybody can't fit in this venue.
We don't give a look. We gonna pack that. We gonna pack that bitch out.
I'm not giving out the venue as a private event.
Oh, that's why.
The hopes are for this to get picked up. I want these institutions to know about it.
Okay.
And maybe we get to see that.
Okay, so where would they? Okay, so where will the institutions be able to see it? Is what I'm saying. Cause they want to know. They want to know what they can. Bro, this shit. Your shit is not average, dog.
His shit's exclusive. So
is that what it's like? See, I'm not a hype beast. I don't go around in water shoes. So is that what it feels like to not be able to know?
Sit in the
Is
waiting
this
room.
what?
You have to sit in the waiting room, bro.
Bro, this whole episode has been the experience
Of sitting in the waiting room.
Is this what it's
you get
like?
here with the it's sold out.
Dog,
After you just sit in the waiting room.
Is this what we've been doing? This is what. Wait. This is what it feels like. Is this what art feels like? Cause it's brought a deep passion. I'm just so. It's brought me to. Is this art? Is this what art is? You know what, Bill Bellamy? Afrodivinci. Let me tell you something, man.
No. So what I'm saying is,
It's a private
y'all
event.
are welcome. Y'all.
We coming. We're coming.
I'm really hoping this will get picked up, and we do it again. But I mean,
Where would they be able to find it? I'm
I
sorry.
approach this project.
Wait. Where will they be able to find it? Where will the people that you want to pick it up? I'm sorry, just give them that. After the show's over?
It's sold out.
Okay, no, I'm saying after the show, the visuals of the show, because we're going to put visuals in this episode.
Right.
So where would they be able to find the visuals to such a, because all Kanye West shit is sold out. All the events that I've ever wanted to go to, and not really wanted to go to, but that's what I'm saying, if I was really serious, now this event I'm serious, but at least I can get in. But to those who can't, and those who want to know what it was like, what the experience was like, for those who want to maybe invest, for those who want to sponsor, whatever it may be, where will they be able to find this? I know they can go to @Afrodivinci on Instagram.
Okay, so I want to direct the people to the art page because we need some followers.
Okay, come on, let's do the art page.
I have my art page, Afrodivinci.art on Instagram.
Okay.
You'll be able to see pictures from the show.
Spell it out. Afrodivinci.art.
AfrodiVinci.art.
Let's do it.
So
On Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Okay.
So that's where you'll be able to see everything. Right now, there's a visual up that we shot because who shoots a visual for an art show? Niggas just drop a flyer.
And that'd be it.
We shot a video because we really want you to understand. I approached this like an album, like a rap album, 12 tracks.
Okay.
AKA 12 art pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, okay.
Like
they're on the individual tracks.
Deep thought went into this. It's very much like an album. Even if you notice the cover art for the show, it has the parental advisory.
Oh yeah, we peeped. We talked about that. And we all got that. We all got the explicit.
Yeah, so I'm just excited, man. It's next Saturday, September 12th.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, because Shambi, now that he said it, this, I just want y'all to know, he's going to sign a waiver. Everyone has to sign a waiver when they come on the show. So, now that he said this, we're locked in, baby. Shambi, we locked in for our art tickets. Shambi, we locked in for our art tickets, baby. He's not going to fool us. He's not going to fool us, Shambi. So now we got our tickets. Just for those who sorry who can't make it, but it's a verbal contract. He just entered it. This is a verbal contract. September 12th.
Big Skrilla.
September 12th, Heru, Big Skrilla. September 12th, Heru wears Versace.
Yes, sir.
Afrodivinci and the Walking Art brand presents.
No, this is just me. Because the Walking Art brand is just like...
So Afrodivinci presents. So let me get it right. Let me get it right first. Heru wears Versace. Presented by Afrodivinci himself. The man himself.
Yeah.
We got you here, slime. Like, see, the thing is, y'all, I know y'all want to go all day. Y'all want to go forever. You want to go into the nighttime. To the cups is gone. The bottle's gone. The weed's, you want to do everything. But let me tell you something. The weed's never going because he got the trippy monster. But if you're not going, the trippy monster's not coming out right now.
He locked up.
I want to say this. Brother, do you know how much we appreciate?
Yo.
Let me say this. Make sure everything he told y'all to follow, go follow it. Because that's what we do. We show love on this show.
And the jewels have been dropped.
We giving y'all free game.
I wanted, because I know, I didn't realize we was talking so long. I really wanted to talk about podcasting too.
You want to talk about podcasting?
We can talk about that off air.
Okay, so let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that because we might not want to get that game away, Sean.
No,
so I'm gonna say this. If they ever, if they ever thought for 1 second that we would leave them hanging without a.
Oh, we doing that?
You.
Confessions of a Scum.
Look, Shambi wanted to get extra scum. We doing that because I got a story that'll knock your socks off. Don't worry about it. I'll do 2 in a row, Shambi, just because I know the one you had. You guys, now usually we don't share before the episode. Shambi shared some of your Yo, it was, so I know he's like, nigga, I need my time.
I didn't think he was doing it because
don't worry about
such
it.
a...
Don't worry about it. So I'm going to say this. One time, I had sex with this girl, right? And then the girl, just for some reason, let me start here. I was very mean. I used to be very mean. I'm still kind of mean, but I used to be very mean, and I'm trying to be a much nicer guy. Everybody knows, when I say mean, I mean your basic mean, where it's just like, yo, come on, man, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, underdo it. It's just, sometimes you picky about things.
Together? Oh.
Yes, you picky about shit. So, exactly. So, she was just, I had to be like, she was getting too clingy, I had to be a little harsh, but it's not that I didn't want to fuck with it, was just like, you doing too much too fast. So she tried to call herself being like, well, I'm done. So I had sex with her sister. And the same thing happened with her sister. So I had sex with her goddamn mother. And that's what I'm talking about on episode 20 of Flip Flops and Socks. We appreciate y'all for joining us. I know it was scummy and it was quick, but I'm going to tell you the rest later.
Boom.
You feel me? Do you feel me?
Yes, sir.
And we out.
I'm around here like...
Look at him.
I might have to just peek in.
He might. Look at him. Look, because show me pros and cons. So let's bring you back. Step by step, reverse, step. So I had sex with her sister, and her sister did the same thing. So you know what I did? I had sex with her goddamn mom, like I said before, and we appreciate y'all joining us on episode 19. Flip Flops and Socks. We got Afrodivinci in the building. We got your boy Shami. You got me, Paris. We got Skrill in this bitch. We got new merch for the website. All of this shit. Look, he said we got new merch. We got everything. Y'all make sure y'all follow at Afrodivinci on Instagram. Everything that you wanted to know from this episode will be there.
Yeah.
And on our page. So make sure y'all stay cozy. Peace.